So far I've had a choice between hot or cold towel, a choice between lime juice and watermelon juice, and now Arabic coffee with dates. Whoa. Here we have her, my beautiful Oman Air 737 MAX. This one was delivered in September 2018. What's up, travelers? Welcome to Delhi. I'm going to talk to you more once we get on board, but for now I just want to say I'm so excited. I'm flying Oman Air for the first time in a year and a half, and as you know, they have historically been one of my favorite airlines in the world, so I can't wait to see how they are after a year and a half of not flying them, and I get to try their 737 MAX, so let's go. I think I'm the last aboard. Okay, that was quick. The passport is scanned. So Oman Air has a very special seat on their 737 MAX. It's, I think, the first of this seat type to actually fly in the world. Let's just look at the aircraft one more time. If you follow me on Instagram, if you don't already, you can go to the link below, or my username is the Nonstop Dan. But I did a poll asking you guys whether you would fly the 737 MAX or not, given the Lion Air crash, the tragic crash, and a lot of you actually said you would avoid it. So I was like, wow, I wonder how, like, if that many people are aware of which aircraft type they're flying when they choose airlines, I wonder if it's actually hurting business now that they have the 737 MAX. But in any case, I decided to go for it anyway. I just really wanted to try this seat. Hello, have you seen my review of Air India's 787 yet? Click the card. I love when you get so many views of the aircraft while boarding. Okay, you guys, welcome on board Oman Air's new 737 MAX. Let's check it out. Right, you guys, this is what I see in front of me. We have a hard back seat, which is honestly quite rare on narrow body aircraft. This is like a very, very, very luxurious premium economy product. Firstly, we have a little phone pocket here on the side. Next up to my right is where all the good stuff is happening. We have quite a nice storage compartment here. I managed to put my camera lens, and we have a privacy partition, which we just manually work like this, as well as a reading light up here. We have a hook here, which I guess is for the headphones. Love that design. We also have our seat controls and the remote for the entertainment system. Also down here we have our headphones, in-flight magazines, a bottle of water, and just to show you the leg room, plenty of room for the knees. We also have a little hook here to hang whatever we want. And last but not least, the tray table, which is so high-tech. I love it. It's huge, it comes close, it has a beautiful wooden design. Really nice job on this seat. So let's see how it fares for the 3-hour flight to Muscat. Alright, we're starting off the flight with a choice between a hot or cold towel. I went for a cold one. Love having the choice between those. I did feel like something was a little bit off when I boarded, and then I realized, or now that they put it on, the boarding music hadn't started, but now it feels just like home. I have some lime juice, which looks very different from normal lime juice on other Middle Eastern airlines, but can you see how dirty this glass is? Look at that. Not loving this, but anyway, they also served Arabic or Omani coffee, as they called it, with dates, which I love so much. So cheers, you guys. Just like I remembered, so good. And they do all this before takeoff. Oh yeah, and as you saw, this is a 737, a narrow body plane. Remember what I said about European airlines providing no service before takeoff? So far I've had a choice between hot or cold towel, a choice between lime juice and watermelon juice, and now Arabic coffee with dates. Whoa. One more thing that I think I mentioned earlier, actually I mentioned it on my Instagram story, is that I got such a good redemption on this flight. It's very, very cheap when redeeming through Etihad Guest, and if you stay until the end of the video, I'm actually going to go through the whole booking process, how you earn Etihad Guest miles, and then how you can redeem for Oman Air to have a similar experience. And one more thing, I also actually redeemed for a long haul flight with Oman Air from Muscat to Bangkok in I guess just about 10 days. So excited for that. So make sure you're subscribed so you can see my review of that long haul flight on the 787, because I'm really curious to see how it compares, how much more premium the experience is on the 787 given that it's a wide body jet. Alright, let's check out the menu. Firstly, beautiful. This is a big paper menu for such a short flight. I love that Oman Air always has discounts on some type of perfume. This time it's not the Omani Amouage, but if you guys want some cheap perfume, hit me up and I'll get this for you because yeah, $524. Anyway, let's look at the menu. Al Sharkia Sands is what was on the cover, but anyway, here's our food options for today. The drink options. Crazy long menu on such a relatively short flight. Okay, so we're pushing back. I just wanted to say there's one flight attendant serving business class and she has been working non-stop since we boarded, running back and forth, doing drinks, Arabic coffee, towels, meal orders. Such a hard, incredible worker, wow. And here are the noise cancelling over-ear headphones. Super high quality, really nice. And Oman Air has the most iconic safety video. I love it.
Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome. Greeting. Marhaba. Thank you for your attention, and we wish you an enjoyable flight with Oman Air.
Guys, this is the first time in my life that I've ever felt like the air is so much cleaner on the plane, and I'm just happy to be breathing this in rather than the smog out here. It's so sad to see how bad the air quality is here in Delhi. I took this business course from ISB in Hyderabad, and they told us that the average life expectancy in Delhi as a city is apparently 7 years shorter than the rest of India just because of the pollution, which is insane. It's so sad. Alrighty, my friends, here's the meal on this 3-hour flight from Delhi to Muscat. Now, I don't think the presentation is necessarily the best of this. I don't know. I think it's a matter of the food that just doesn't look too amusing. Today I ordered a Jain vegetarian Indian meal. See if the food tastes good. This looks very exciting. And I'm happy to get a meal at all. So. Okay, so it's time for a little story time. I finished my meal and I want to tell you guys about the first time I flew Oman Air, which was the first time I ever flew any airline from the Middle East, including Emirates, Qatar, Etihad, Royal Jordanian, all those. Oman Air was the first. And I happened to find an amazing business class fare from Cairo. I guess it was about 2 years ago. It was $450 round trip from Cairo to Bangkok in business class on Oman Air. So I'd been in Cairo for about a day. We went to the pyramids, all this fun stuff. But if you've been in Cairo, and especially Cairo airport, the airport is literally a nightmare. It's one of the worst airports I've ever been to, Cairo airport, but I keep going back because there's so many good deals from there, so I guess it's worth it for the business class experience. But it was a very stressful start. So after narrowly catching our flight, we almost missed it because the airport was so chaotic. We got searched at the gate. And then we board Oman Air's 737-900, which is what they fly often from Cairo. And I sat down in the last row in business class, exactly where I am now, although this is a different seat since it's a 737 MAX. But I just remember sitting down, looking around, and being in awe. The flight attendants, how they were presented, how they were dressed, the mood lighting. They came around with lemon mint juice and Arabic coffee, the hot towels, everything. And I was just like, what is this world? I was sitting there listening to the boarding music, and I remember so clearly because I just felt like I'd taken some kind of drug, and I was suddenly in this paradise, which was such a contrast to the airport that I'd just been in. And I was like, oh my god, is this real life? It was so much fun, and I just have such fond memories from Oman Air now. They were really such a strong introduction to Middle Eastern airlines, and I was just like blown away. Also, it's good to note that 2 years ago, I probably hadn't even flown like 10 business class products. So compared to now, I was comparatively really a newbie at this. But now, yeah, it's insane. I'm so crazy lucky. So here is a look at the seat when it's fully reclined in bed mode. As you can see, that you just get much lower down, but it was really comfortable. And look here, we can actually see the plastic of the seat through it. So it's just a headrest and the seat, and they kind of separate. So when I go up, you can kind of look at how it moves. It just moves along the seat back. Very comfortable for a recliner like this. Okay, the flight attendant also came around after the meal and left some snacks. These 3 beautiful Arabic dates and some nuts. Okay, I just got some rose and vanilla tea, which smells amazing, and it's served with this cute little biscuit and some more nuts. Wow. And I just wanted to mention, there's my camera, but there's one thing I just can't wrap my head around, which is why Oman Air didn't install Wi-Fi on their brand new 737 Maxes. It doesn't make any sense. Such a beautiful view here in Muscat. Okay guys, it's time to review, let you know what I thought. Now stay tuned for the end where I'm going to tell you how to get such a good deal using Etihad guest miles on Oman Air. Okay, so I guess first, one thing that's interesting, let me just see. Yes, we can walk here. One thing that's interesting is I think I like the 737 MAX more than the A320neo, purely based on how big the windows are, because you guys know the A320 windows drive me crazy. They're so small you can barely see out, but I did feel like the 737 MAX is a bit louder than the A320neo, so maybe it evens out. The flight, as you saw, was mostly really impressive. The pre-flight service was amazing. The cabin crew was amazing, and as I said, so hardworking. I guess the one main disappointment was the meal service. I didn't feel like it really was all it could have been, given that the flight was still 3 hours. They could have served it without a tray. The quality of the food could have been a little bit better. And the last thing is, it's a bit of a shame they didn't have Wi-Fi, but other than those small complaints, the flight was really nice. For a regional 737 like this, there's not really many more comfortable ways to fly unless you want to go lie flat on Fly Dubai, for example, which I have to try. But overall, I was really happy with another flight on Oman Air. The boarding music I love so much. Just the overall vibe is really nice, given that it's a boutique airline. It doesn't feel so large and commercial. Okay, so now I'm in the transit area. I gotta go. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps me out, and it was so fun doing this with you guys. I'll see you all soon. Maybe you'll head over to my Instagram stories and check that out. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for my next Oman Air long haul review. And I'm reviewing their economy class on my connection right now, actually. So until I see you all then, fly safe. Hey guys, so as promised, I'm gonna explain a little bit about how I got this redemption using Etihad guest miles. Now, Etihad partners with Oman Air, meaning you can redeem Etihad miles for pretty much any flight with Oman Air. So all you do is go to etihadguest.com, Go to redeem and find the Oman Air award chart. So in my case, I found Delhi to Muscat for a total cost of just 15,000 miles one way in business class, which is crazy because many airlines between India and the Middle East will take 50, 60,000 miles one way. So this is really such a good price in business class. You'll pay maybe $50 to $100 in taxes, which isn't so bad. So how do you earn Etihad guest points? Well, either you can purchase miles when they're on sale. Anyone around the world can purchase miles. It's a great way to earn them quite affordably. If you're in the US or France or some other countries, you can transfer American Express membership rewards points to Etihad Guest. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Right now I recommend the new American Express Gold Card. I'll link it below. It has a bunch of great perks. If you live in the US, you should check it out. And you'll get 40,000 points as a sign-up bonus. So it's a really good deal. Again, I hope you found this review helpful. See you very soon for another video. But until then, fly safe.